Hello, my name is Starlight. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight will be. And anyway, I want to reach out to all of you, see how you are all doing, and I hope that you are being kind to yourself and to others. And don't forget, you are number one. Then others. So anyway, I want to reach out to all of you, and if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And you could find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you can also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can also leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you could share my videos with anyone. Plus, you can also check out my playlist and follow me on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So here I am. I'm actually starting things early. So anyway, I just want to say hello to all of you. And this video is so important, and it doesn't matter how old you are. And because this can happen at different ages, different either males or females. So this is for everyone, and it doesn't have to be about relationships, but that is pretty much what I really want to focus on as far as this video goes. So it's about women or men or boys or girls when they start off saying, if you love me, you'll do this. So Starlight went through that when she was very young, and what a lesson that was for me is, no matter who you are, whether you're a girl or a boy, and I don't know who's really going to watch these videos, but it would be great to have kids to watch these videos, because things do go on in their life just as well as it happens to adult men and women. And this video is about, if you do not feel comfortable about doing something, please do not let somebody pressure you into manipulating you or controlling you, or to even force you to do something against your own free will. And so when it starts, I'm going to start off with kids, as far as mommies and daddies and daughters and sons, because this could happen either direction. So with adults, it's probably not the greatest thing to tell your kids, if you love me, you'll do this, because that could get passed on in other relationships when they get older. As far as parents go, it's really not best to say, if you love me, you'll do this, whether you're a father or a mom, because you're teaching them a way of thinking that, hey, I have to prove my love to you by doing something in order, for them to get what they want. So, moms and dads need to really be careful what they're teaching their little girls and boys, because later on, it could be somebody that's not so good to, that could deceive your children when they get older, to say that, hey, if you love me, you'll do this. So it starts as far as, children go, whether it's a boy or a girl. So you definitely got to be careful, and sometimes kids will, try to get things out of their parents by saying, hey, I guess you don't love me if you don't do this for me. And, on that note too, is really, they should know that you love them. Hopefully, if you're being a good mom and a good influence to them. But we have to really be careful of what we allow our children, how they get things from us. And we could teach them that you have to earn it. Maybe if they do a job at the house to earn that money, to be able to get those things that they desire to have. So you do have to be careful of what you teach your children as far as if you love me, you'll do this. And as far as adults go, the same things is like in relationships, whether it's a man or a female, because, males, like if you're going out with a guy, and if a guy says, I'm going to make up something really quick. Say if a guy is dating a girl, or even married, or just going out with her somehow or another, and he desires to maybe have a third party in the relationship, and maybe she doesn't want to have a third party, whether it's another guy or a girl. She's got rights, so sometimes though in relationships, men or women could actually say, hey, if you love me, you'll do this. And you do not have to prove, anything by going along with that, because that doesn't mean that you love the person just because you agreed to something that went against your will. We all have a free will. And so it's so important not to let people to manipulate us or control us or to make us feel guilty by saying, hey, if you love me, you'll, say like if it's a guy and a girl couple and the guy wants to have a threesome, with another female or another man, and he says, hey, I guess you don't love me because you're not willing to have Tom come to our house, and have a threesome with two guys and one female. You don't have to, if you don't want to do that, you don't have to do that. And if he doesn't respect you enough to understand that you don't feel comfortable in doing such a thing, you do not have to do that thing because you don't feel comfortable to do that. So that is what this video is about. And same with females. You could be a guy and you could be going out with a girl, and the female might say, hey, yeah, I want a threesome, and if you love me, you'll do this, or whatever. If you don't love me, like if you love me, you'll buy me this. And then you don't have to prove your love to her by buying her something. She should know that you love her with hopefully you're respecting her and caring for her and being there as a love and support for her. So you really got to be careful about these things out there in the world as far as, if you love me, you'll do this, so like on my YouTube channel, I don't force people to support me or to leave a message. They do that on their free will. And so don't let anybody, to say, hey, you got to do this in order to prove that you love me, especially if it's going against something that you don't want to do. If you don't want to do that, you don't feel comfortable doing that, don't cave into what their desires are, because, there's a lot that goes along with that, besides, safety as far as your health goes, is not having, it could ruin your whole relationship, because you said yes to something when it was a no to yourself. So always listen to yourself as far as that goes, as far as, going out with somebody, you don't have to have a threesome because they want you to. And if that's their thing and that's not your thing, And if they insist on, pressuring you to make you feel guilty about doing things that go against your free will, you might have to really, really think about, is this relationship really worth it? Because, they might have their heart set on doing something that goes totally against what you want. So it's so wise to really, really think, is this person really worth it? Because there's men out there or women that don't have that interest in mixing with either a guy or a girl, like to prove that you love them. So really be wise in what it is that you're doing out there, especially if you're with somebody, is you don't have to do anything, even if they want you to do a drug that you don't want to do. You don't want to do the drug? Say, no, I don't want to do that drug. You don't have to do that drug, especially if you don't know anything about that drug. It is so wise to protect yourself, and you got a free will. And there's times, we might have to let those people go because they could be not healthy for us. So it's wise to, respect each other, love each other, be there like a team, for each other. But you don't have to do things that are going against what you want to do. I love you so much, and I really hope you really get a lot of help. Do only what you feel comfortable in your skin to do. Don't let anybody force you or control you, manipulate you to do something that you don't want to do. You will thank yourself later on because you were strong enough to say, no, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. So be wise, about those things out there in the world. I love you so much. This is Starlight. You could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave a message down below, beep, beep, beep. And you could share this video. Please, the kids, the teenagers need to hear this video. They get pressured. Homeless people get pressured. Hey, I want to help you, but you got to do this. No, you don't. You don't have to do that. I have not done anything like that on this journey here. So you do not have to listen to those people. You got to be wise. God is going to help you. There's always other ways of getting the help that you need. So please be wise in those things. I love you so much. This is Starlight, and namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and thank you for watching. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight, love, light, and peace.